There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
A ver qué está pasando aquí. He visto batallas peores, así que por favor tranquilizados, que por lo menos no ha pasado nada.
And who the hell are you again?
Show some respect. This woman saved your pathetic life.
Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
A ver, pegarnos ahora no nos va a servir de nada, así que por favor tranquilizaos.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides, the both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor.
Encantada.
Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
¿Y por qué os están obligando a iros?
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
¿Y no hay forma de que paren eso para no echar a todos a los monstruos?
I've tried. Kagha, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Voy a hacer lo que pueda, pero no prometo nada.
Really? We're messengers now.
We
No
owe
te
you a
cabres,
great
Starien,
debt.
por favor.
If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Y llegamos al hueco. Y por supuesto he metido un mod para tener más ropas aquí. Bueno, pues ahora sí nos hemos cambiado de ropa. Vamos a ver qué hay por aquí.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Vamos a ponernos en plan paladín. Cuando los débiles tienen una necesidad, fuertes deben ayudarlos.
Just like I was saying, I don't want all these lives on my conscience. We need to stay.
Zerg. Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
We should have left by now. Damnation! Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake.
Has hecho lo correcto, necesitan tu ayuda.
And what about us? There's every chance we've doomed ourselves by helping these people. We will end up fodder for some goblin's blade, all because Leah insists on helping every wounded foe we see. Our best chance to make it to Baldur's Gate is on our own. This place is lost.
¿Pero por qué tienen tantas ganas de llegar a la ciudad?
You are looking at Leroican's newest apprentice. Yes, that Leroican. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate.
No sé quién es, pero pareces bastante emocionado.
I've admired Leroican for years. Never dreamed he'd answer my letter. But I've worked myself to the bone for this. Few can match me in either magic or talent. The names Roland and Leroican will be known far and wide. You'll see.
Mira quién tenemos aquí.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Es un buen consejo, deberías seguirlo.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
Sí, y parece que también tienes gusanito.
Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Wyll chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate. A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
¿Quién es?
Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Unamos fuerzas y quizás te pueda ayudar.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space.
Bueno, te puedes ir al campamento por ahora.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Wyll lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Por cierto, es raro ver Githyankis por aquí.
I expect I am your first.
Sabía de vosotros, pero nunca he conocido a ninguno.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Oye, que no tengo la nariz grande.
Decadent, then. Lacking in economy. Like so much of this world and its undisciplined people.
Por cierto, algo raro pasa con mi pasado, no recuerdo nada. ¿Es cosa del gusano?
Ceremorphosis takes all of you. Mind, body, soul. An ordinary tadpole would eat at your memories until they were lost to the void. But our tadpoles are far from ordinary. I wonder if another factor's in play.
Es que, no sé, tengo como unas ganas de matar y de sangre continuamente. No sé qué pasa.
Many a good warrior savors the scent of blood in the air. There's no shame in a capricious murder now and again. Too many, though, and you waste energy and dull your weapon. My suggestion, attack with purpose and savor your kills. And if the urge proves too much, well, I'm sure we can find you a goblin or two to carve up.
Bueno, vamos a ver qué hacen estos por aquí.
Hold out your hand, lady. Let me show you something.
Oh.
Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky.
Has hecho muy bien el truco.
You haven't seen anything yet, lady. Go on. Take the ring and watch your fortune change.
Vamos a intentar hacer el truco.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails?
Cruz.
Tails it is! See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap too. Interested?
you suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
Estaba intentando robarnos. Venga, tranquilo, que no has conseguido robarme, no pasa nada.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
Pobrecito, que se ha ido llorando.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Kagha's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
Calm, Magran. Give her a chance. You, get back!
Oye, tranquilitos, que de no ser por mí, los goblins habrían entrado y os habrían matado a todos.
Keep back! Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Kagha wants to see you. Go ahead.
¿Quién está aquí?
Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates
Volo.
just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
¿Está bien?
Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Vamos a darle la descripción.
Goblins were of a rare, jam-colored hue and wielded magic blowguns.
¿Qué?
A mythweaver. This man has no respect for truth.
Ya se ve.
And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
¿Dragon?
Witnesses failed to notice the obvious dragon.
Claro, como es pequeñito, estaba detrás de un arbusto.
Then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Sí, es verdad.
They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal!
No vamos a decir nada, no sabemos qué pasa.
Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukleak would come to some use.
No creo que sea muy buena idea un campamento goblin, no suelen ser muy buenos con los visitantes.
Never you mind. Who needs mercy when you've a quick tongue, hmm? And an invisibility potion stashed in your back
Eso suele ser
pocket?
más útil.
Until we meet again.
Bueno, vamos a ir directamente a hablar con la Kagha.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Kagha. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
A death viper. You've milked their poison before. A single drop of it could kill that child in a heartbeat.
A ver, ¿qué delito ha cometido para querer amenazar con una serpiente venenosa?
Girl? You mean parasite? She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Kagha. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
The snake's hiss of approval reveals its intentions. Should the child struggle, it is poised to strike. The death of a child. A timeless tragedy that never grows old.
No, el ansia, no. La mente quiere que mate a la niña, pero no, el corazón no nos deja, vamos a resistirnos.
Her life matters more than satiating your dark fantasies. You focus, and they're gone. But clearly this child's life is in danger.
Suéltala y me ocuparé de que no se metan más líos.
Very well. She may go. Break your word, and my serpent shall feed. Sif, Tila to me. Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
¿Eh?
Thank you, Kagha. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
Corazón, ¿qué ha pasado?
You're wondering why I was in pain before.
Sí.
Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with.
¿Y te duele mucho?
Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage.
Bueno, espero que no sea nada.
Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
Sí. A ver, acabas de amenazar a una niña con una serpiente venenosa. No sé si es muy bueno.
Yes, you would say so. I know your kind. You see only villains and victims. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. I call her mother. You call her monster. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders.
Zevlor cree que su gente morirá si le sacáis de aquí.
And mine perish if he stays. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike.
Mejor hablaré con Zevlor.
You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
My fear's hardly irrational when you see the fangs on those.
¿Se ha asustado de los lobos?
I suppose you've noticed I'm not terribly fond of wolves. They're ravenous predators with fangs like daggers. Arbor, you've been decent to me so far. Maybe if you can, don't make me face any more of them. At least, not alone.
Está bien, intentaré evitar a los lobos siempre que sea posible.
Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
Bueno, por aquí nos han dicho que estaba una sanadora. Vamos a buscarla.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
This medicatrix.
There.
Sí, me da que es esta.
Life or death. Now, what was it you needed?
Un remedio, y me parece que tú eres la persona que estaba buscando.
I do what I can. For most folks, that's enough. Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes, maybe.
A ver, no hay una bonita forma de decir esto. Tengo un bicho en la cabeza.
A tadpole. A mind flayer tadpole.
¿Crees que me puedes ayudar?
I'll do what I can. Come, follow me. I might be able to help.
There's something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
¿Quién ha hablado?
This one had the same problem as you. Attacked us in the woods together with some goblins. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
A ver, esperaba un remedio menos drástico que matarme.
I'll do the best I can. I'm no Master Halcyon mind. He'd have your tadpole out like that. Still,
pues vete a buscar a Halcyon ese mejor.
You don't have to be here for this.
I will remain. I have a vested interest in the outcome.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
¿Qué es esa planta?
She shifts uneasily, hesitating. Something's off.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening?
Pues a ver, puedo entrar en la mente de la gente, me he caído en una nave desde el cielo, sí, los azotamentes me hablan, no, nada extraño. Bueno, sí, venga, estamos conectados por la mente de forma extraña.
Victims can identify each other. Not that the others know they're victims, of course. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening.
Me secuestraron y me metieron el gusano por el ojo.
A mind flayer ship? But Master Halsin was sure. Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous. If you transform here, we're all dead. But you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
Muy bien, dámelo.
Swear it.
Muy bien, por Nuestra Señora de Plata prometo... Es mentira. Que me lo tomaré.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal.
¿Cómo que debería estar transformándome ya?
Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days later, the victim transforms and a new mind flayer is born. The thing in your skull, though, it's different to anything in our records. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow.
Pero entonces eso es bueno, ¿no?
Could be. But there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
¿Crees que sigue vivo?
I think so. I hope so. I've sent birds to find him, but they can't get close without goblins trying to shoot them down. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
A ver, me suena bastante lógico convertirme en uno de esos bichos, así que sí, vamos a buscar a Halsin.
Thank you. It would mean everything to the grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
Bueno, por lo menos ya tenemos un objetivo. ¡Ay, mira! ¡Una ardillita!
This squirrel might be the single most adorable creature you can recall in all your stunted memory. It would be ever so twee if it were climbing a tree.
Oh, ¿qué?
Do you always take on such terrifying foes?
You stare at the body before you. You have no idea what just happened.
No he sido yo, es que me ha atacado algo, no sé qué ha pasado.
The swirling bile cauldron of your brain is cooking up a poisoned stew.
Bueno, antes de irnos de la arboleda a seguir explorando, vamos a descansar un poco en el campamento. Que madre mía, esto que dramático acabo de ver, no se me quita de la cabeza.
It's quite a sight. The stars, I mean. I could take or leave your chin.
Se te ve relajado y tumbado, ¿eh?
I am. I've been thinking, reflecting on what tomorrow might bring. When we find the druid, will he know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Me vas a echar de menos?
Why not? You've been to the Hells and back, survived the crash, survived everything that's followed. I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for.
Bueno, tan solo intento sobrevivir, igual que has hecho tú también estabas en la nave.
Yes, we're more similar than I thought.
¿Te encuentras bien?
Oh, I was leagues away. I just need to get some air, clear my head. I'll see you later, I'm sure. Sleep tight.
A fine evening, don't you think? The moonlight shines warmly on us. The breeze caresses our faces. Hideous. All of it. Would that I were doing battle up there, among the tears.
¿Qué quieres pelear? ¿Dónde has dicho?
Look above. Watch the moon cross the sky. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my crush, Clear.
¿Los guilladquis procedéis de las lágrimas?
Your curiosity is to be commended. Githyanki are hatched in creches all throughout realm space. Clear is one of many. It's there I first saw a Kithrak mount a red dragon. Where I slit my cousins' throats at the Vaj's command. But enough of this. You are wasting your resting time. Come dawn, we resume our search for a creche.
A tingle runs through your head and down to your feet.
Ah, there it is. That shiver. Our little brainworms have made fast friends, it would seem. How do you feel?
Teniendo en cuenta todo lo que ha pasado, bien, supongo.
Surprising is just the word, isn't it? Before the Illithid's unscheduled surgery, I'd felled hundreds of beasts and a fair few fiends. The tadpoles weakened me, suppressed greater talents, but beyond that, I've showed no signs of turning. No nausea, no pain, not even a hot flash.
De alguna manera somos especiales, o los gusanos lo son, depende.
Indeed. Perhaps the worm's vat was poisoned. Perhaps we're uncommonly fit. Or perhaps the tadpoles are merely on holiday. We could conjecture all night. I suppose the why doesn't matter so much as the what next. And that answer is plain as the horns on a war devil's head. We get these things out. Let's get some rest. Dawn comes sooner than we think.
Gale no nos dice nada, pero vamos a decir que nos cuente algo.
Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, city of splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a cat, a library, and a witness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry.
Me pasa algo que es que no sé, pero tengo pensamientos como violentos y de matar a gente, como la ardilla de hace un momento.
We all have those from time to time.
¿En serio?
I once wished a most impure demise on a colleague of mine who bought the last remaining copy of Etheril's Enchiridion of Enchanting Easements. It's a first edition, too. As regards to your own morbid little fantasies, I'm sure they're nothing to worry about. So long as they remain fantasies.
No sé, mis recuerdos están un poco raros.
Memory loss isn't usually a symptom of ceremorphosis. If it is, they've forgotten to write it down in any text I've read on the subject. Then again, our case isn't exactly usual. Perhaps whatever's causing our tadpoles to remain in stasis has also affected your mind. If ceremorphosis takes place, all trace of your former self will be subsumed into the Mind Flayer's hive. So, to still be here, if a mite forgetful, still a win in my book.
The leader of the pack comes to chat. What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward. The sooner we find the Druid house in, the better. I can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head.
Y dime, ¿qué pasa cuando todo esto acabe? ¿Qué harás?
Head to Baldur's Gate. Someone's waiting for me.
¿Ah, sí? ¿Quién?
Let a girl have some secrets. Was there anything else?
¿Cómo te encuentras?
The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do?
A ver, si te convirtiese en Aztomente, seguramente te mataría.
Wise. Though, I hope you'd miss me after I'm gone. I think I would if the positions were reversed. But you're right. If we're to make it through all this, there can be no room for hesitation. You're doing well. It's a beautiful night. I think I'll stay up to enjoy it while I still can. Rest well.
Pues nada, vamos a dormir y mañana es el nuevo día. ¿Eh? ¿Qué hace?